did Trump get this deal with the EU? How is it possible that Trump could raise tariffs on them without any trade wars? Why would the EU agree to this? The answer is pretty simple. The EU, for reasons that I would attribute to its own stupidity, doesn't really generate a whole lot of oil or natural gas inside of Europe. This is, by the way, their own decision. The EU remember the Nord Stream pipeline? Remember the fact that the European countries would buy a lot of oil and natural gas from Russia? They all got whooped into this whole Ukraine thing. They all decided to cut Russia off. Some of them were even happy when the Nord Stream pipeline was blown up. They were like, oh yes, on principle, this is a wonderful result. And now these guys have a continent that doesn't have enough oil and natural gas, so they have to buy it from somewhere. The US has giant amounts of natural gas, also a considerable amount of oil. And so the EU is in a way beholden to or dependent on the United States. It's also dependent on the United States for its export market because, by and large, there's been a lot of deindustrialization in Europe. They have allowed a lot of their consumer goods, as we have, to be made in China and made in other parts of Asia. They don't make a whole lot of stuff anymore. But some of the stuff they make, like cars, like German cars, for example, they export to the United States, and they rely on that income. So the United States, by contrast, doesn't export anything close to the same amount of goods to Europe. So when Trump says, listen, I'm holding all the cards because you need our market, we don't really need yours. And it's this lopsidedness, which evidently was missing from the equations of the free market economists I've alluded to. Trump recognized that politically the EU is in a weaker position and is likely to want to make a deal.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.